Journeying through a cosmic time warp, Nik Turner arrived in Pittsburgh, PA on October 24, 2017 to conduct a psychedelic intervention with the assembled masses at the Smiling Moose. Deep in Pittsburgh's South Side drinking district, from the elevated confines of the Moose, Nik Turner is joined on this trip by Pittsburgh-based space cadets different places in space, as well as Bay Area krautrock acolytes Habersladen. Beginning the night's happening, Pittsburgh's different places in space embody a strain of loose and terrestrial psychedelia. Highlighted by excellent bass work, different places in space's folksy tinge stands out, while the lead guitarist's finger-picking style lends an unfortunately muted energy to his solo excursions. The overall effect is more than adequate, however, and a curious observation finds the rhythm section looking much better suited to stoner rock and the co-guitarists/vocalists looking oddly like a neo-hipster folk duo. Following the enjoyably mismatched swirl of different places in space, Bay Area searchers Habersladen begin their night's residency upon the Smiling Moose's upstairs stage. Imagine Yes and Mahavishnu Orchestra have a party, and Pink Floyd doses the crowd while Hawkwind vintage Lemmy spikes the punch. Led by driving keyboards and bass, guitar leads provide the scenic vistas for Habersladen's heady brew of hard-driving psychedelia. All the while, the drummer accentuated the proceedings with skill. Brief moments even recall traces of hard 90s alternative. Dominating the second half of their set, Habersladen focuses on their 2015 release, The Fall of Chronopolis, with an expansive medley. Pulling double duty, the conclusion of their set only marks the beginning as Habersladen is tasked with backing one of the original psychedelic warlords himself, the inimitable Nik Turner. Controversially billed as Nik Turner's Hawkwind, whether done by the promoter or the artist notwithstanding, one fact remaining is that the 74-year-old Nik Turner deserves the respect and admiration of the heavy music world for his groundbreaking work with the legendary Hawkwind. The psychedelic collective, still spearheaded by founding freak Dave Brock, carries a fervent fan base, but few can deny Nik Turner's attachment to the band's music, and anyone would be lucky to witness this heavy psych master ply his trade, backed by the surprisingly powerful drive of the American psych collective Habersladen. At 74 years old, Nik Turner takes the stage in full regalia, a shirt that time-warped from 1972 and his own pair of psychedelic goggles. Roaring through a set of classic Hawkwind, Nik Turner, in his 8th decade, is still on a search for cerebral expansion. While age has slowed the psychedelic sax of Mr. Turner, he is still more than capable of delivering the goods in enthralling fashion, while the members of Habersladen share a noticeable enthusiasm as they tear through selections from Hawkwind's glorious past, as well as Nik Turner's solo work and his work with Space Ritual. The stripped-down and raw presentation creates an immediate energy to the show, as Earth Calling opens and builds to a surprisingly spry rendition of Walking Backward from Nik Turner's Space Ritual project. The mantra-like repetition of Time We Left This World Behind follows, initiating the crowd for the night's wide-ranging sonic journey. Fallen Angel, STS-51L, and Time Crypt from Nik's 2003 solo work Space Gypsy closely follow before the call of the Hawkwind grows irresistible. The off-kilter orgone accumulator arises from the stage, followed by the oddly reassuring narrative of the Black Corridor. Up next, Children of the Sun offers a gentle hope for the future, while Dying Seas proffers a buoyant excursion rife with driving bass and winding saxophone. Turning to Something's Not Right, another solo track from Nik Turner, a quick-paced, hard-charging distress call perfectly sets up Hawkwind's sonic attack. Aural experimentation swirling in the background, the doomsday preparation of sonic attack ushers in a final triumvirate of Hawkwind greatness. Master of the Universe emerges from sonic attack with vigorous aplomb. Repetitive guitar and slyly voiced vocals envelop the crowd with a well-worn chug. Band introductions follow before Brainstorm hits the speakers with forceful drums and an insistent rhythmic pull, supporting Mr. Turner's saxophone diversions. Silver Machine closes out the show with a familiar flair. Throttling through the Smiling Moose, Silver Machine careens forth with a lifted and propulsive air to end Nik Turner's set. Despite any acrimony that may exist between the surviving members of the original crew of the spaceship Hawkwind, any opportunity to share the same room with a member of this vaunted assembly is a sincere pleasure. An integral link in the long-running chain of heavy music, Nik Turner's incredible legacy with the psychedelic warriors Hawkwind, as well as his solo ventures, offers a lifetime's contribution to the expansion of musical boundaries. And despite some limitations forced upon him by age, the almighty Nik Turner can still deliver an energetic set of consciousness-expanding psychedelic rock.